Hey, Dr. Amy here. In this video, I'm showing you the very best cancer-fighting breakfast. Breakfast is the meal that most cancer survivors, well, screw up. And I do not want you to make the same mistake. Now, after you've been diagnosed with cancer, a lot of people will say to you, just eat healthy or eat whatever you want. And yeah, of course, you're trying to eat healthy, but what exactly does that mean? In this video, I'm showing you exactly what to do for your breakfast. Now, you know the saying, breakfast is the most important meal of the day? Well, for cancer survivors, that holds true. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day because it impacts a lot of your long chemo side effects. Since our bodies have changed throughout cancer and cancer treatment, our food needs to change too. We know we should be eating healthy, and everyone says that to you, but what does it actually mean? How can you make your breakfast delicious and healthy? Well, in this video, I have not one, but two breakfast options that are healthy, delicious, and they're gonna make your life a whole lot easier. Hey, Dr. Amy here. Want to interrupt this video to give you a little bit of cancer recovery and remission advice. If you really want to fully and completely recover from cancer, really close the door on cancer for good, well, then you have to get a plan in place. Okay, that's why I'm linking up below the 30-day anti-cancer plan. Now, this is a step-by-step guide of exactly what you need to do with your food, your exercise, your mindset for the next 30 days. This is a brilliant place to start, and you can get started instantly today. Click the link below. Starting with option number one. If you're a savory type of breakfast person, then I know you're gonna love this first option. Egg white bites. It takes 10 minutes to make and they'll be ready in a total of 30 minutes. Plus, you can make these on the weekend and store them in the fridge and just grab them as you need them throughout the week. All you need is 2 cups of egg whites, a handful of spinach, and diced tomatoes. Then add in some low-fat shredded cheese and salt and pepper. The low-fat dairy option keeps this recipe delicious, but also lower in calories. Look at these ingredients. We have so many cancer-fighting powerhouses. Let me show you why. Spinach or leafy greens, they're filled with antioxidants and vitamins. And antioxidants, which naturally boost our immune system. Plus, this recipe is only 4 ingredients. Now, if you're a fan of the egg bites that you can find at Starbucks, well, that's actually a great option for you too. But these homemade versions have no additives, all good quality ingredients, and they're delicious. They're also much lower in sodium than the fast food competitors, so even better. The use of egg whites in this recipe is so significant for cancer survivors because it's packed with protein. Now, regular eggs, they do contain cholesterol and fats, but those properties are actually just in the yolk. So when you use egg whites, you're just getting a ton of protein. Now, it's not necessarily true that eggs are bad for you, not at all. But if you include both egg whites and the yolk, then the ratio of fat to protein actually changes. But we want to focus here on really getting the protein. Now, let's dive into this recipe. Let's start off by preheating the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. In one bowl, mix together the egg whites and the low-fat cheese. Then add in the salt and pepper and mix that together. Now, we're going to be making these egg cups in a muffin tin. But before you pour the egg white mixture in, add in your spinach and your diced tomatoes. Having tomatoes as part of this recipe is really beneficial for cancer survivors. It's one of the biggest cancer-fighting foods, and it's a kitchen staple. Tomatoes are actually packed with lycopene. Lycopene has been extensively studied for its anti-cancer properties. Specifically, it's known to reduce the risk of prostate cancer. And now you want to pour the egg white mixture over. You might want to use a spoon or a ladle for this part. Pour it into each muffin tin, and the goal here is to get it so it's just about to the top. Now, I know what you're thinking, and that's it. That's the hardest part of the recipe. That was pretty fast, under 10 minutes. Now put that muffin tin in the oven and cook it for 20 minutes, or until it's fully cooked. The good thing about this recipe is that you can pretty much add any vegetable into it. That's what makes it a go-to, is because it's quick, easy, it's stress-free. Now, if you were to eat this whole entire batch of egg bites, here are the calories. 410 calories, and only 1 gram of fat, 23 grams of carbohydrates, and 4 grams of fiber. And the best part, 72 grams of protein. Protein is actually crucial for cancer survivors because it helps prevent the loss of lean muscle mass. Ensuring that we reduce the loss of lean muscle mass on our bodies, that will actually help you to recover from cancer faster. Okay, so now, if you have a little bit of a sweet tooth or like something sweet for breakfast, then this next option is for you. Option 2 is high protein French toast. I know what you're thinking, right? How in the world is this possible? But it is. And once again, this recipe only takes 10 minutes to prep and about 20 minutes of cook time. Now, although this recipe is completely different, it's still the same in that it only requires 5 ingredients. You'll want to get 3 slices of bread and 1¼ cup of egg whites. Now, to the egg whites, add in 2 tablespoons of sweetener, whatever you prefer. Plus, you're gonna add in 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. When you're choosing your bread, look for options that are whole grain. Those whole grain options are loaded with antioxidants and fiber. Eating after cancer, it does not need to be boring. Just by watching this video, you're already on the right track by starting to understand what you need to eat for breakfast. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna transform these 5 ingredients into cancer-fighting French toast. Grabbing a bowl, let's add in all the ingredients except for the bread. Make sure you mix it up thoroughly to make sure all those spices are evenly distributed. Another great thing about this recipe is if you're short on time, you can meal prep it and eat it later. Just double or triple the recipe, and when you're done, put it in a sealable container into the fridge. It's perfect for busy mornings. Now, place your skillet on the stove over low to medium heat. Now is the fun part. Dip that bread into the egg mixture and transfer it onto the pan. And you can slowly spoon any additional egg mixture on top of the bread as it cooks because it'll soak it up in the cooking process. Now, this toast should cook for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Now, the nutritional facts of this recipe are gonna blow you away. Per slice, that's 133 calories, less than 1 gram of fat, 16 carbs, 3 grams of fiber, and a whopping 15 grams of protein. Getting these high protein breakfasts will help start our day strong as a cancer survivor. Plus, it's gonna make that positive impact on your lean muscle mass. Once the bread's done cooking, remove it from the pan and serve it on a plate. Plus, you can add your toppings. I love to add berries on top. This makes it even more cancer fighting because you're gonna pair it with berries that are high in antioxidants. You know, every day our bodies undergo oxidative stress, from our work to our environment to our food. And of course, your cancer or cancer treatment causes a significant amount of stress on your body. So what happens is that your body ends up producing free radicals. It's inevitable. Now, incorporating foods such as berries can help dramatically lower or neutralize these free radicals. Now, comparing this option to the typical French toast option, well, you can see it's lower in calories, carbohydrates, and it's much higher in protein. This is such a great option and it's delicious. And there you have it, sweet and healthy French toast. Okay, so now that you have a great cancer-fighting breakfast, the next thing you need is a great cancer-fighting lunch. That's why I'm linking up this next video here on my favorite cancer-fighting salad. Click the link here, I'll see you in the next video.